Put your back in. Hi, y'all. Today we're talking about put your back into it. But are you sensitive enough to respond to what's going on within? Our body is a magnanimous, it is a great indicator of what's going on. It's the best barometer, thermometer, wind vane that you can have. You have to learn to sit with it and interpret it. We weren't born with written instructions, but we were born with instructions to sit with Mother Nature, to sit with ourselves and interpret and see what is going on, what Mother Nature is telling us. Have you ever sat by a brook, a stream, a river, an ocean of water and really listened to it? And when you really listen to it, you're becoming sensitive and you realize the water is actually chanting to you. Have you ever really absorbed the sounds around you, the water, and then speak? That is sensitivity all around you. You're responding to your environment outside as well inside so you can respond properly outside. It is amazing when you sit with yourself. I know growing up, I was so sensitive to everybody and everything. I felt the pain, I felt the joy. I was connected deeply within the structure of the family. Slowly, I had to learn. First, I disconnected completely because it was overwhelming. It was almost debilitating. But you learn how to sit with it, how to work with the energy that is coming through because you're an open vessel. Children are especially sensitive. Sometimes we give them different names: indigo children, sensitive children, crybabies. They're all deeply connected to Source, to the higher power, the higher self, and they are responding to the human conditions on earth. And as adults, we must rise to the occasion to connect with the inner child, to just connect with nature and sit with nature and see how nature is answering your questions. Usually the answer is pretty much the same: sit, relax, release, enjoy, because everything is working out in your favor. So, yes, it works just that simply. One caveat: you got to do some work. You got to do some work. And the work could simply be aware, being aware of your inner being, of your inner guidance system. Just doing that simple awareness is work. Having great thoughts, having positive thoughts, productive thoughts. Now, positive thoughts just doesn't mean that, well, it actually means what it is: positivity. That's lifting up, that's another level. You're already aware of what's going on: the negativity, the sadness, the death, the crime, the pillaging, the raping, the assault. But can you find within the human condition positivity, joy? If you can't find it in the human condition, can you find it in nature? Can you find it in a blade of grass? Can you find it in the plants, like this beautiful orchid, or in a candlelight, even in a seashell? Can you find the beauty, the sensitivity in the simple seashell? Once a life was in here, a living being, a sentient being with emotions and feelings. Of course, we couldn't interpret exactly what that being was saying, but it had an emotion. And although it could make decisions on moving here or there, well, if it had legs or podiums, as we call them in science, they can move. But we are humans. We've been given everything, the solar system within us. We have to learn to be sensitivity, to respond to our sensitivity. How do you respond to your sensitivity? You sit with it. You have a question, it gives you an answer, and you move forward. Now, are you ready to move on the action, on the question that you ask and the reaction that you need to do? Because many times we just need to pose the question to the universe, and the answer will come either through another human, an animal, opportunity, or just a beautiful feeling to sit with. You're too sensitive. Be sensitive. Be an empath. What is an empath? We're given so many names: sensitivity, empathic, indigo children. Stay connected to source, to God, to your inner self, to what's around you. Staying connected is always telling you so much, informing you, enlightening you, uplifting you, protecting you, sheltering you from what is not in your favor at this particular time. Although it's not in your favor at this present time, it is working towards your good. Everything in the universe is a recycle. It's constantly being recycled. Nothing goes to waste. You are divinely protected, guided, and uplifted. So being sensitive, yes, be as sensitive as you need to be so you can respond appropriately to what is going on within the universe of you and outside. What is outside is below. What is within is without. Continue to be sensitive. Continue to go outside. That is the way out of this situation we're in. We must rise. We are rising. So 80-20 rule. 20% of the people doing 80% of the work. But it's not work. It's just what has to be done. Change your perspective. You change your life. You change your energy. And you change your outcome. Breathing in that good ass prana. Woo! Get those lungs full and breathe out. Breathe in the oxygen, breathe out the CO2. Breathing out the CO2, if you hold it in, yes, it becomes toxic. When you release it, it is a beautiful thing. Your body survives and it thrives. The trees convert your air, your CO2 into oxygen and give you more oxygen. So although it appears to be toxic, when it's perspective, when it is biologically changed and converted, that it can be, it is good for you. We don't know all of what this situation, this organism has come upon the planet, what it would bring to us in 5 years, 3 years. But we do know what it's doing now. It's causing us to go inward, to talk with each other, to commune with each other in a different way, in a different form. It wants you to communicate. So let's communicate. Let's be productive in everything that we do. Be intentional. That is your productivity. Many things have changed over: job, situation, children, family, gain, loss. You must find a stable ground. That stable ground is with you, to go within, into the silence, into the depth of the silence where all answers are. Use this time wisely. This only lasts as long as it needs to last. Change your perspective, you change your outcome. And breathe in that good ass prana, y'all. Stay well, stay happy, stay healthy. Connect with who you are. Your inner being is waiting for you. You don't have to knock. Stay well, and we'll see you in the next upload. Bye, y'all.